Now, all our life we've been taught that our history started in slavery. JAHPOWER. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy as the head with a crown. Make sure y'all thumb up this video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, man. So when you wake up, you can get an instant shot of JAHPOWER. You see what I'm saying? And they're going to hit straight to the vein and you're going to be ready for the day. But subscribe to the channel and thumb up this video. This is a very serious topic right here. Because I see out there in the world, many people, in the diaspora still, believe this way. You know what I'm saying? Still believe this way. Like, I ain't no African. That same shit. That's what you saying. When you saying you ain't African, you saying your history started in the slave trade. But then you double motherfucking talking because the slaves came from Africa. You see what I'm saying? That's why I get on them other ADOS, FBA niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna cut yourself off from your mama and shit. Goofy. See, we been taught wrong and shit. We don't understand that it was a slave ship called Jesus. And I got a couple slides for y'all. Matter of fact, this is a 2-part lecture right here. And I gotta teach sometime. I just can't come up here, and battle everybody. You know what I'm saying? I got to come up here and teach y'all something too now. Thumb up this video, because I got these slides coming. But we've been taught that our history started in slavery and shit. So the question never come in your mind, well, what the hell was we doing before slavery? Well, we were just standing on in Africa and shit, waiting for the white people to show up with some boats and shit. Or did we have a history that ain't never been taught to us before? I mean, seriously, and you got to explore past, the slave trade. You got to get out there and study. True knowledge is gained, through living, through life and shit. But that don't mean you don't got to study shit or do nothing like you already know it all already. Because if you already know it all, you will be in a better position than you was, yesterday. As far as I can see it, the black world at this point in time, is in a little bit of trouble. They're making progress, definitely progress on the motherland. They see, that these Muzungu people ain't no good. They see that, They come smile in your face and, rape your country and shit. Rape your country or whatever. But we talk about the diaspora tonight and the mindset, that, majority of the people still have and whatnot. So, and what I'm saying is, before we get started, why haven't been any, because everybody think, it's an unearthly, some type of, because nigga be saying, God and shit is ordaining us to be enslaved and to be separate the way that we are. But what I'm saying is, before you go all the way out of space with this shit and jump all the way out the window, can we look right here on Earth and, answer me this question? Have it been somebody on this Earth, have it been, that held black people black globally? Have it been somebody on this planet, to hold black people black globally? Before you looking all in the sky and trying to figure out, because, they're God ordained slave. No, hell no. Because God ain't write that book either, So let me read this part before I keep going on, because I got something else to say and shit. So, Christianity colonized Africa. They enslaved 180 million Africans, raped us, tortured us, killed us, and our bodies is floating around in the ocean. Millions of them. Still, the message is Jesus is love. But we never call them terrorists, though. So what type of mindset is that? That Stockholm syndrome. Well, you want to live with the person that kidnapped you and shit. And when the rescuers and shit come with the right message and say you don't need to be letting him beat on you and terrorize you and trap you in a little corner or whatever, you know, called a state or whatever, or block, because most people ain't never been off their block. You ain't never been off their block. You know, when the, you know, you can't even talk to them about the world, because you can't even talk to them about their own state. You see what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck going on in the world. And this is the mind state of a slave, family. You know, this the mind state of a slave. And what I'm saying is, you know, if every, you know, because they say 12 million. If only 12 million made it, and the numbers is 180 million, you mean tell me they killed, you know, what, 100 and what, 68,000,000 people? You know what I'm saying? Look at that. You know, because there was some reposts going on in Africa. Africa was, you know, how we used to be. We wouldn't take no shit from nobody. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't take no shit with nobody, especially when you talk about we got to live a lesser lifestyle, you know, and we in the best, you know, part of the world and shit. David Livingstone and shit, trying to convince, you know, the Africans and shit, you know, to believe in that Africa, you know, the wealth of Africa is vanity and shit, you know, and if you enjoy what Africa got to offer, this David Livingstone, this is what he said out of his mouth. And he talking to Kojo, this African king and shit. And, you know, because he seen jelly coconuts and star apples and big booty girls, you know, and he look and he see over there, you know, in Kojo, you know, the huts and shit, you know, they blinds and shit was made out of diamonds and rubies and shit. And he seen that shit and say, you know, try to trick the African into, you know, my God is your God. And Africa say, no, it ain't. I got my own God. God supposed to represent the image of the people. And Kojo told David Livingstone, say, if you want to see my God, just look at the people. Just look at the people. And then at the same time, he's showing them, you know, this blind hair, milky skin Jesus or whatever. Y'all niggas Sky Daddy and shit. That's what Brother Pan-Africanism Strike Back say, Brother Brandon and shit. Y'all goddamn, y'all Sky Daddy or whatever. Always believing somebody gonna come save her. But, you know, Christianity killed more people than any other religion. Christianity ain't got no right to be telling nobody on how to love and how to care and shit. When these people, which I'm gonna show, you know, these people went around slaughtering their own people and shit, you know, in the name of Christianity, or, you know, Martin V and shit, Elizabeth and shit, Queen Elizabeth and Ferdinand and all these people. They say in the Pope and shit, told them, say, hey, if they ain't Christian, if they ain't trying to follow the Roman Christian order and shit, they to be enslaved and shit. Enslave all infidel people, period. Because they looked at you. And it was the same thing with Islam. It was the same thing with Islam. It was the same. So think about it. If it's 180 million people they killed in Christianity, and the Arabs was there before they was, I mean, imagine how many of y'all people they stole and took to, you know, different parts of Arabia and shit, and Turkey and all that shit, Syria and all that shit. That's why all them blacks is over there, because it ain't just one slave trade and shit. You know? How you think the Arabs conquered North Africa? You know? Answer, thumb up this video. But ask yourself some of them questions. So, a people enslaved by religion are harder to liberate than a people enslaved by chains. You see what I'm saying? See, we think we out of slavery because then, you know, ain't no damn ball on our leg. But Gregory said the reason why the origin of the pimp walk is that ball and chain on your leg. And if you see niggas right now, you know, because we walk with a bop and shit, black people. That shit came from slavery, bro. And we think it's cool and shit, but that's from that ball and chain jacket. Simple as it sounds, it's true. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Okay, so it's chains and shit on our mind and shit. It really is, bro. It really is. Somebody can come with a greater story, you know, than Jesus and all that shit. But You won't believe it because why? How in the hell were black people thinking all the same way when it come to Christianity and shit? They had to beat it into us, bro. I'm just being real. They had to beat it into us on that. We never wanted to be in America. We never wanted to be in Jamaica. We never wanted to be in none of them damn places. But we was forced into a way of life that we wasn't used to. You know what I'm saying? That's just true. And so what existed then still exists today if you look around. If you look around, what was going on in slavery is still the same way. Instead of horses and shit, which I did, I showed y'all, the police came from the slave catchers and shit. That's the origin of the police. And then the black police is them hopping bob motherfuckers. Period. Y'all know the movie Life. That's where the black police came from. Or any of them movies where you see, the black man might be whooping somebody and shit like he got a right. No, that's the origin of the black police. Period. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And so it's on our mind today. I told you, anything you seen then. So if you look at they on the horses and shit then with the shotguns and shit and hound dogs. Today they got automatic pistols, automatic pistols or whatnot. And they got chargers and shit and Rottweilers and shit today. So they just upgraded. That's all they done. They just upgraded, okay? They just upgraded. And we talking about everything. Because this the system that we in. We breaking down the system and shit. Politically, economically, educationally, socially, racially in America. These niggas up here talking about America ain't no racist country. That shitting me. Like it just been all good and shit the whole time black people been over here. And some niggas be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? So even though, they swear that lady and shit, she don't know the difference between a real gun and a taser gun and shit. See, that's when you on the bottom. Y'all don't understand slavery, it was a war going on in Africa with the Europeans and the Arabs, which I call them Europeans. Them is European. With the Europeans and the Europeans fighting the Africans and shit. And, just, that time, we happen to lost. Shit. Just go and suck it up, shit. You fall off the motherfucking bike. You got to get back up and start riding. You don't just fall off the bike and say, man, I quit, man. I ain't African no more, man. We lost this shit. So what? These niggas be saying, well, why the Africans ain't, send some ships over here to pick us up. See, they try to make up excuses not to be African no more. You know what I'm saying? Not only are they killing niggas if you black and shit, but they try to make up excuses not to be black no more and shit. And see, that's why I come in here and give you every morning. You turn me on, thumb up this video, subscribe to this channel. You turn me on. I'm gonna give you this joke of black power that you need in your veins every day, coming from King JAHPOWER. That's just facts. So, you being deceived. The biggest trick the church ever pulled was convincing our people that God wants you to give 10% of your hard-earned earnings to him every week. Now, where in the Bible does it say that God wants some money or got a bank account? You know what I'm saying? Or got a bank account. You know what I'm saying? God don't got no bank account, so what they need, who getting the money? Okay then. No use for money. This is a titling scam. You know what I'm saying? Overwhelming 70 billion per year. 70 billion. See that what them Creflo Dollar got that jet. 70 billion shit. He can get more than, I'm telling you, they rich. Living off the richness of teaching so-called God's word. But let me go on. That money doesn't go back into the community. It don't. And it don't. Or for the betterment of our people. Nor do the money go straight to the money goes straight to the preacher. And you left with promises of rewards and you can in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? That's what, We gonna get ours in the afterlife while they be living rich on the earth and shit. That's the biggest trick. And the church is you know, a catalyst of that. Is a catalyst of that. But it goes on to say, it says, until after you are dead, that's when you're gonna get your reward. It is the perfect scam. It fails for you to hook a line and sinker. You fail for the hook, line, and sinker. I'm saying leaving the church, that's what your choice. That's your choice. But staying aware and doing what you're doing when you're doing it. Exactly. So you gotta stay aware, man. Look, they pulling resources, you know, out the black community. Out the black community in the name of a Muzungu milky white god. I'm just telling you. And it ain't nothing but the white boy. That's just facts. So did you know there was never Israelite slave in Egypt? See, my Israelite brothers gonna get mad now. But it ain't no proof of that shit, bro. And see, this reason why I'm showing this one of the stories that they use. People, bro. That's how you know we Egyptians, bro. That's how you know Egypt is a black country. So is Arabia. But Egypt is a black country. Misraim in the Bible. That's a black country. The brother to the Ethiopians. Period. And so there's no evidence of no, you know, Israelites being enslaved in Egypt, bro. Only evidence you got is in that book. And who wrote the book? Who wrote the book? Who created the printing press, bro? Think about it. Think about it. They found the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is the oldest part of the Bible, supposedly. In 1945, bro. They found them in 1945. But they don't date past the ancient Egyptians and no shit like that. But so them stories, you know, that most of that is fairy tales, bro. Show us some evidence of some, you know, Israelites or some shit like that enslaved in Egypt. But this is one of the reasons why they use to enslave black people, period. And that, you know, that go along right, because we believe that just facts, and one of them because of this story right here I'm showing you. This the religious part of it, though. That our history but started with the slave trade. That shit is not true. Thumb up this video. That shit is not true. So, in America, there was over 400 years of documents of torture, rape, murder, terrorism committed by Caucasians, yet blacks are still labeled of having violent tendencies. So this right here is socially and political, where they demonize us in the media and shit. And then all you see is them killing us, but they saying we dangerous. I mean, this shit is hypocrisy, you know what I'm saying? To the fullest degree, man. And they doing it on all levels, because I'm showing you religious, I'm showing you politically, and I'm showing you, you know, the propaganda tools that they use socially. I'm showing you. So in 400 years, you saying, you know, when you saying you not no African and shit, you cut yourself off from the resources that you need to defend against this shit. Cause just cause it been going on for 400, you know, overnight it's just gonna stop and shit. That shit ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna change overnight, bro. They been doing this shit to black people. They gonna keep doing it. It's just when I get mad, I be saying, damn, why we ain't fighting back? That's why I say I'd rather just, you know, leave this country and shit and just leave y'all up to getting y'all ass beat. Because ain't nobody putting their hands on me, period. Fuck who they talking about. So, here go Dr. Ben right here. You know what I'm saying? Now, before I even go into what he gonna say. Again, we been taught this shit, you know, all the history that the diaspora got, you know, and a lot of these people believe it, is the slave trade. So they never go beyond they knowledge. Once they get to the slave trade and shit, The motherfucker like, I don't like watching it. I don't like talking about it. You supposed to be looking at it through scholarly eyes at that point and stop getting all emotional and shit. I didn't even heard men say it. Nigga, you can't watch a slave movie and shit. Hell, it get me mad too. But as a scholar, I gotta look at into this shit. I can't just get up here and talk about some shit I don't know about. Like most of these Negroes be doing, be talking about places that they ain't never been before. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell me some shit. But anyway, you know, Dr. Ben, one of the greatest scholars that ever walked the earth. That just point blank period. And this is what he say. He say, they taught you that you were slaves. See there it is right there. But they didn't tell you that you had 32 dynasties in Kemet before we ever saw them. The greatness of your ancestors' knowledge and research. Why? To keep you ignorant and controlled. Once you know better, you will stop honoring them. Once you know better, you will stop honoring them, okay, and do for yourself and become greater. Never let the one who enslaved you teach you anything, for he will only give you what he thinks you should know. Also with religion, period. So he's saying what I'm saying. The educational system, you see what I'm saying? Economically, that's what I was talking about to somebody last night. You know, because we were talking about monopoly and shit. You know, he ain't gonna teach you how to get no land and shit, you know, and how to cultivate the land and shit. He trying to buy the motherfucker all up. That's why it's be hard for black people to get business loans and shit. They don't want our people to do nothing, to be able to do nothing other than we can't have more than them. I know that. That's how they look at it, you know. And, you know, we got to fight a spirit, so we try to work with it. But if you look at it, we ain't went nowhere. We in population far as money. You know, 50 million Negroes over here, you know, 13% of the population. Boy, you ain't even got 13% of the money. Period. You ain't nowhere near that shit. And you been the longest over here. But other groups done passed you. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't let them people even teach. We shouldn't even be letting them teach our children. You know, I've been having fun with my kids on school and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how we should want to be. But some of y'all already ready to rush them right back into the classroom and let them teach you. And let them, then what Doc say? They ain't gonna teach them nothing other than to worship them. Basically. You know, once you know better, you will stop honoring them. You know, you look at them as some type of prestige. I done seen, you know, people, black men and black women, they can't get into some kind of college when they open up that little letter, invite letter to these colleges and shit. These niggas, thank you, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Be acting stupid. You know? That should be his right to get into school. We should have to cut a fool because a baby got into school and shit. You know. But, you know, our grandmama done taught us, you know, we going to have to work twice as hard, and we done accepted, you know, that way of life where you just make the best out of it, honey. You know, instead of reaching our full potential as a people. And that's what's wrong. We stagnated right now as a people in the diaspora. I know that. You know, when we move and you can feel it. So like I was saying earlier, goddamn Christianity done killed more people than any other religion or any of that. So I don't know how they get, you know, all this prestige or whatever. And so you talk about places, things like this. What this is, the Inquisition and shit, where they going around conquering and shit. So it says 7 years after the capture of Gibraltar, the Moors invaded France and conquered or overran most of all the southern portions. They probably went as far as east as Geneva, Switzerland, and they was a part of French in 732. They reached the Tours 2 days march of Paris, but were pushed back by the Christians under the cause Martial and they remained in southern France, however, until 1140. And so when you look at the boys in Spain and shit, they kicked them the fuck out. Even though Europe was doing, them 700 years they were there, from 700 to 1492, when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, is the same time when they kicked the Moors out of Spain. So even then, that's when a lot of that racism shit started, because a lot of the, Moors and shit was sleeping with them white women. Yes, y'all was. Yes, y'all was. Yes, y'all was. Don't sit up and lie, nigga. And I say y'all niggas created the Arab. You did. You created the damn Arab, because the original people to that land, Canaan and all that shit, is black people. So out of here, they light skinned and shit. Yeah, they conquered, but y'all niggas, the Moors showed them where it was at. The Moors, when they was up there in Spain, done showed the goddamn conquerors and shit. They own sons and shit, most of them. Daddy, get your ass up. They speak Arabic and shit. Daddy, get your ass up. Boy, what you want? Shit. Where them blacks and shit? And he black, the daddy. Where them blacks and shit? The little boy mixed and shit. Where them blacks and shit at with all that gold and shit? And all them diamonds and shit? Matsa Musa and all these niggas. Where these niggas I done heard about it? And, boy, you leave me alone. I ain't got time for that shit. That's the daddy and shit. Daddy, you don't get your ass up. Pop, smacking daddy all up in his head. Damn fez flew off his damn head. And let them Arabs come down there and rob our people. Go on, if you think I'm lying, go look at the Turkish invasion. The Moors was with them. Go look at the war in Zion. The Moors was with them. So the Moors done went around, they even Ghana and Songhai, Mali. The Moors helped conquer that shit. And you see them in the color purple. They burning down, them niggas with them fezes on. The Moors don't want to claim them. But nigga, them is the Moors, bro. Them Turkish niggas and shit, because that's a Turkish hat niggas got on. And so you talk about the Inquisition and shit, where they went around, nigga, murdering and shit, for the law of the Christian church, nigga. If you wasn't Christian, nigga, your ass getting murked. And the same thing is saying Islam. If you not Islamic, nigga, you can be enslaved, period. So it's a war going on, you know what I'm saying? So a black man should never get on his knees for no Muzungu man nowhere on the planet. And for no reason. What is you talking about? After all this history I just showed you, okay? Thumb up this video, cause I got a couple more slides. See, y'all about to make me turn up and shit. So what is y'all doing, when these niggas go to saying they grace at they food and shit? They got that pearly white, milky skin dude up there, even though the book say the man got burnt skin, like an Ethiopian and shit, and woolly hair. That's the same description that they say about the Ethiopian. The Ethiopian, what that mean? Woolly hair and burnt skin. That's exactly what it means. Because Ethiopians is a Greek word. And the Greeks called them the fire people. Here, let me teach y'all something. Called them the fire people. And that's where you get the word Ethiopia from. Period. That's it. It's an Ethiopian word. It means black skin and nappy hair. And don't that sound just like the God of the Bible? Okay? So don't go on with that goofy shit. It just describes where Jesus was born at. I don't want to hear that shit. They talk about, Jerusalem and Israel today and shit. Nigga, where it was born at? Ethiopia. Don't try to change shit. Because y'all try to say, oh, I only do the New Testament and shit. But what come before the New Testament? The Old Testament. So y'all trying to read a book from the back to the front. Got y'all so, oh my God, bro. Come on now. Now listen to this. 700,000 ancient African books and manuscripts have survived in Mali and Timbuktu University. Nigga, that's the biggest library on damn near on the planet. I know it's the biggest ancient library on the planet. It's even greater than damn the Library of Alexandria damn near. You know, because we talk about scrolls. You know, when we talk about books, we talk about scrolls in the ancient time and shit. Because, you know, we talk about the educational system and what do we have going on before the damn slave trade? Because they said our people was illiterate and shit. You know, we don't understand that African mumbo jumbo. I be hearing them say it, but I watch this shit all the time. You know, that's what I prefer to watch, shit like that pertain to history. Even the part that y'all don't like, which is slavery, nigga. We got to get past the emotionalism, you know, and become, you know, scholars, and so we can become a greater people, you know, individually and as a global group, and quit trying to think about that we separate and trying to find ways to separate black people and shit, black people. To quit doing that shit. That's what I be saying about all them fucking groups and shit. Don't make me jump on these nigga head. You know, I had to get the Moors and shit, you know, because they had a lot to do, you know, with this. Because I could go deeper. Hold up. Yeah, that was because I could go deeper into this, but the video already 30 minutes. Thumb this video up. But don't let them sit up here and tell you, you know, your history started in some damn slavery and shit. So where the hell all these goddamn books come from in West Africa and shit? Where they done stole, you know, a bunch of us from. And don't try to sit up. Because I be hearing it. People say, you know, the African Americans came from West Africa. No, West Africa was the jump off point. Why? Because it's next to the ocean. Okay? They was taking Africans from all over Africa. So when you check your DNA, that shit gonna say, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9 different countries and shit. You know? Because they were taking anybody. You know what I'm saying? And then like the Europeans went over there and said, oh man, we don't enslave Ethiopians and shit. No, we don't enslave no Zulus. We don't enslave no Akans and shit. We don't enslave no the homies and shit. You know, he ain't give a fuck. It was just niggas to him. He ain't give a fuck about none of our religion and none of that shit. He just niggas and shit. Speaking that ooh bullshit. And we gonna snatch their ass up and we can make them work for us. That's, you know, that's how they done put it. That's through their eyes and shit. You know? Well, when you go look and see it, read it, and, you know, go for yourself, then you gonna see what it is, nigga. It was a war. We lost. Now, we over here in the West, you know, trying to figure it out and shit. Today, we don't even know that we should, you know, that we got another home. We think the place that we was taken to is our home, nigga. Hell no. Hell no. You can't destroy the slave trade, but you also goddamn can't, you know, let it go either, because it was the main source of economics for the whole Western world, yo. You talking about all of Europe benefited and profited in billions and billions of old money, nigga, that they profited off our people, period. America, all them islands, all that shit is slave money, nigga. All these cities and shit, Rome and shit. That shit built off slave money, nigga. So we got to know that. You know, and don't let these people sit up here and put in your mind and in your baby mind, you know, that all we, you know, our history started in the slave trade and shit. So it make you never think about what we was doing before they came, before they showed up. Just like Dr. Ben said, motherfucker, we had 32 goddamn dynasties before y'all niggas even showed up. Who the hell is y'all any damn way? And where the hell y'all came from? Because you need to go back to where the hell y'all came from. Y'all polluting the fucking earth and all kind of shit. You know? You know? And I got a joint coming. That shit called The Devil's Babies. You know? The Devil's Babies. And we gonna break this shit down because it's taking me a minute to put this shit together because I want it to be right for y'all. You know? But throw up this video and I'm gonna end right here, though. So I'm riding today and shit. And I got in this area because, you know, the Bible Belt and shit. I'm in this area by this big ass church and they got one of them electric signs out there. And it say free CD and DVDs. So you can either listen to it in your car or put the DVD and you know, check the movie out at home. But the name of the movie, the DVD that the church was giving away. Hold on, I'm coming. The movie that the church was giving away, it was called Where Do We Go After We Die? How you know, nigga? How you know some shit like that? See, they got that, the church trying to put in your mind that, you can resurrect like Jesus or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they put it in your mind of this fiery hell and shit and all this shit. Them niggas don't know how, ain't nobody never died and came back before. Point me to the nigga, if he ain't a damn mummy, point me to the nigga so we can ask him some questions. Because what the hell did he see when he was down there? Because don't nobody know that information. What the hell is your little DVD? You see? They trying to indoctrinate the people. This outside of church now. Talk about, do you know where we go when we die? You don't know. Don't nobody in that church know or on that DVD movie know. Or on anybody on this planet breathing don't know where the hell we gonna go when we die. Stop the goofy. You can't read a fucking book and know some shit like that. Period. Period. And you ain't gonna ever be able to figure it out. The only time you gonna figure it out, I ain't gonna be able to talk to you no more, okay? So I'm gonna end right there, family. Y'all see our history did not start with no slavery. I'm gonna do a part 2 of this. I like this right here. I should have been done some shit. Like, I should have been done this lecture. But we got a greater history than some damn slavery. But you need to study slavery so you can understand, you gotta crawl before you walk. You to get to the greatness, you gotta, you fall and shit, But all ancient empires ain't created equal, and all ancient empires, all empires fall, period. So, you in a crumbling one today when you talk about the rest of the world. So family, thumb up this video, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. JAHPOWER. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown.